All right, artists, we are going to start making our rainbow ice cream cones. And to start, you have a piece of paper that's already been folded for you. And when it's unfolded, there's 6 little rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you should see your name in the last one. When you see your name, you can flip it over so that we can color and paint on this side. So we're going to, using our neon pastels, we're going to go in rainbow order, and we're going to draw like little sprinkles in each of these rectangles. They could be lines like this, which is what sprinkles would look like. Or you might make sprinkles that are a different shape. So let's see, we could do little X sprinkles. And notice I'm not coloring in because I'm going to paint over the top of this. So as we're doing our sprinkles, we're going to go in order. We're going to do red, orange, then we're going to create yellow, after yellow comes green, little zigzag sprinkles. Then in my next little square, we're going to do blue. Let's do some heart sprinkles. And our last color is purple. So I just want you to see that again so you can see our rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I didn't mix my colors or anything yet. Okay, our next step, we're going to put our oil pastels aside and we're going to be painting. So you're going to have your dish and it has water in one side and a sponge in the other, your brush, and then we're going to be using neon paint. So let me show you. They're really bright and they're very see-through when we start painting, but we have blue, neon red, and neon yellow. So to start, we're gonna paint just with our primary colors. So my red, I'm gonna dip into it, and I wanna paint my red on top of my red sprinkles, and I can dip again, and I wanna cover over the top, but notice I can still see my sprinkles there, and I'm doing my best to keep my red inside my red box. Our next primary color is yellow, but my brush is dirty. So here's where you clean your brush, and you want to bounce it like a little bunny in the water side. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Kind of gets that paint off of it. You might swirl it a little. Okay, and you can see my brush looks clean, but it's a little wet. That's when I go to the sponge side and I wipe it off on the sponge. And then I'm ready to dip it into my next color. My next color was yellow, so I'm gonna dip it in there. And yellow matches with my yellow sprinkles. I'm gonna paint on top. Notice I left a space for my orange because we're not quite there yet. Then I have one more primary color, but I have to wash my brush again. So bounce it, hop it around. You can swirl it on the bottom. And remember, wipe it on that sponge to dry it off. Okay, blue's my last color. I don't want to paint it on the green. I want to paint it over the top of the blue. Best that I can. All right, I have my 3 primary colors, my red, yellow, and blue. Now, here's the next step. We're gonna be mixing our colors. We wanna make orange and green and purple. So what two colors do we need to mix to make orange? You're right, we need yellow. So I'm going to dip into yellow and I'm going to paint that on top. Wash my brush. Then I'm going to dip into the red, you can see, and I'm going to put that right on top of that yellow. And I'm going to swirl it around. And as I'm swirling, what color is that making? Yep, orange. All right, so I have my orange. I'm going to wash my brush. Okay, the next color I want to make is green. What two colors do I need to make green? You're right, yellow and blue. So I'm going to dip into that yellow again. Paint it over the green. Sprinkles. Wash my brush. Dry it off. Dip into my blue. And swirl it around on top of that yellow. And as I'm swirling, it's going to make a green. All right, last color, purple. We need two colors to make purple. What two colors do we need? You're right, red and blue. So I'm going to dip into my red. I'm going to paint that over the top of my purple sprinkles that I made. Wash my brush. Dip into the blue. And then swirl, swirl, swirl. And as I'm swirling and mixing, you'll notice I made purple.